Everybody wants to know about the pay. Everybody wants to know about the pay. Everybody wants to know about the money. Everybody wants to know about the coin. Because that's really what it's all about. That's what it's always been about. Hey guys, it's me, K Marie, and welcome back to another video. I am going to try to do this very quick, but also be very efficient because it's currently 11:48 p.m. It's 11:48. That means it's past my bedtime, but I really wanted to record this video today because I don't know when I'm gonna have another opportunity to record it, and I'm trying to prepare myself for next week. So I'm recording everything I need now for next week, if that makes sense. So yeah, nevertheless, by the title of this video, y'all already know what we're going to be talking about today. I'm going to be answering a lot of the questions that I typically get in regards to travel nursing because, yeah, the DM's been popping in regards to travel nursing. And I'm like, you know what? Let me just try to make like a generalized video to help the general public, okay, of medical professionals. So yeah, let's get into that. And before we get started, quick disclaimer, since it is almost midnight, bear with me in all aspects, okay? I'm hanging on by a fucking thread. All right, boom. So we're going to be talking about the world of nursing and the world of travel nursing. And also, guys, we just about to call it, while I'm in LA, we about to call my LA series a car bandit series, because my car is really my only place that I can record right now, because I don't have anywhere I could set up my camera and record right now, like in my mom's house. And yeah, so the car it is. So just bear with me for 11 more weeks, y'all. We 2 weeks down, we got 11 more weeks to go. Just bear with me for this contract, and then we gonna be back in the house or outside, man. You never know. But y'all are about to see me in my car hella because I just don't have time. I'm getting fucking distracted, bitch. We're talking about travel nursing, okay? We're talking about travel nursing. We're getting into it. So I did make a little checklist here, so let's just jump right into it. Once I dropped my little travel vlog to LA on TikTok, I got a ton of DMs, and a lot of people were asking like how I got into it, what travel agencies I'm with. So nevertheless, I am going to go through like literally all the questions that I got and just answer them one by one. If I don't answer anything, or if you're curious about something more, definitely drop that shit in the comments and I will make sure that I address it on the next video. Or maybe I could do like a part 2 for y'all, okay? So for starters, the first question that I got is, what agencies are you with? So I am with a couple different agencies. If you don't really know what a nursing agency is, they basically are the companies that will find you the travel jobs, okay? So they are the middleman between the nurse and the hospital. So the hospital says, hey, I need help. That little call goes to a whole bunch of agencies, and the agencies get in touch with you. Okay, so that's kind of how it works. So the agencies that I'm with are ProLink, Aya, I don't know, some people say Aya, whatever, it's AYA. Medical Solutions, that's who my current contract is with. Nomad, and like Medley. So not all agencies are made equal, okay? Some offer different pay, some have different contracts with different hospitals, some provide more benefits, more coverage, some even give you PTO. So it really, not all agencies are made equal, and that's why I'm with so many different agencies, because I feel like I get more opportunities to present themselves when I am like working with a lot of different agencies. When you're a part of an agency, then you'll be assigned a recruiter, okay? Your recruiter is going to be your go-to. They're going to be calling you nonstop, okay? And I hate that I get irritated by that, because they're really just doing their job. But once you sign up for an agency, babe, they're going to be, those recruiters are going to be calling you nonstop, and you usually will get assigned one. It's happening. You usually will get assigned one recruiter, and that one recruiter will be your person of contact. So they'll be reaching out to you like every so often saying, hey, I got this contract today for this price. Are you interested in this? You know, so on and so forth. Another question that I got is the prereq for becoming a travel nurse. So really, I believe it's like 2 years of experience. It might be 1 year of experience or two. It's 1 or 2 years of experience in whatever specialty you're going for. So if you're going to go for NICU, they want you to be fluent in NICU for like 1 to 2 years of experience. You really can't be a new grad. I really think it's 2 years. I don't think it's 1 year. Well, I'm just going to say 2 years, bitch, because I don't know. They want you to be fluent in whatever specialty you're applying for, because the onboarding process and the orientation progress. What the fuck are you saying, bitch? It's midnight. The orientation process and the onboarding process is not the same for like new hires that it will be travel nursing. When you're a travel nurse, I feel like they really expect you to kind of hit the ground running. They're probably going to give you 1 week, maybe 2, and then they're gonna want you to be independent. It's not like you get a month to figure that shit out, okay? So like for me, my very first week, it was completely onboarding shit. I didn't even see my unit. I was literally doing a whole bunch of modules, tests, getting familiar with their charting system, blah blah blah. Then my second week, I shadowed. And now it's going to be on my 3rd week, and I'm going to be independent. So it's kind of just like they don't really give you the same orientation that they would give if you were like a new hire coming on, or if you were a new grad. So that's why I say that you have to kind of be very familiar and very competent in whatever you're applying for, whatever unit you're applying for, because you need to be able to get in, bitch. Get in where you fit in. So that's kind of one of the prereqs, is obviously having experience in what you're doing. Another prereq is obviously having the licensure, because if you're going to be travel nursing, you're going to need to have a nursing license for that particular state. So like for me, I have a California license, I have a Houston license, and I also I have a California license, a Texas license, and I just recently got a compact license. So I can go obviously way more places with a compact license. If you don't know what a compact license is, it's basically where it's kind of like one license that houses a lot of different states. So for example, let me just go to Google. What states are compact nursing? Okay, so for example, the states that are compact are Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so it's like 40 something states that are compact. And then you have those like however many other states that are not compact, and you have to get a state like particular. You have to get a license particularly for that state. So for example, California is not a compact state. So I have a California license specifically. And then I got a Texas license specifically when I could have just got compact, because Texas is a compact state. But nevertheless, we're not gonna get into all of that, okay? Why was I talking about that? Oh, because that's one of the prereqs, obviously, for applying for a travel nursing contract, is having the licensure for that particular state.
Okay, so I feel like I didn't explain that well, so I'm going to try to like re-explain it. So pretty much a compact license is going to be one particular license that allows you to work in multiple different states. But you know how there's 50 states in the US, but the compact license only covers 42 states. So if you want to go work in any of those other remaining 8 states, you would have to get a license specifically for that state. If it's any of the other 42 states, you can just have one license that will allow you to work in all those 42 states.
Now, sometimes it can be a little bit difficult to get licensure for a state, because if it's not a compact state and it's like a independent state, they have like a lot of shit that they make you do to get that fucking that license. Like you might have to take a test, like for example, I had to fucking take like a jurisdiction tester It was the craziest shit I've ever taken, okay? And it was timed. I was stressed as fuck. Some license cost more than others. Like, I don't know. But that is why you have a recruiter. Because you tell your recruiter what you're interested in and what states you're looking to go to. And 9 times out of 10, they're going to do what they can to help you get licensed in that state, okay? They'll send you like a step-by-step guide on how to do it. And I wish I would have did that, because I did this shit all willy-nilly by myself, just figuring it the fuck out. But I obtained these licenses before I really started traveling, so that's probably why I did it all, you know, on my own. But yeah, if you tell them where you want to go, what you want to do, they'll help you figure that out. And some will even pay for it, because getting a nursing license can be rather expensive. So yeah, they will help you, you know, walk through that. And then obviously doing your background test and all the things that you have to do to verify that you know what the fuck is going on and that you can work as a nurse. I hope that makes sense, okay? So the prereqs are obviously getting a nursing license for that state, and 2, having the experience that you need. I literally think that's it. You don't need a whole bunch else. Okay, so now moving forward, once you actually apply for some contracts, it's like you aren't necessarily, it's like applying for a regular job. Like, just because you apply for it doesn't mean that you are gonna be the person that they hire, because they have so many applicants coming in at once. And so, like, say you have 2 years of experience in this particular unit, but they get another nurse who's applying for it and she has 7 years of experience. They're probably gonna hit up the other nurse first. So it's nothing wrong with applying for several contracts at once, and then you can kind of see which one you want to go to, whoever calls you back, yada yada yada. But it's not like, oh, the moment that you apply, then that's it. Like, no, you have to apply, you have to wait for them to call you back. They'll either call you or tell you that, you know, the opening for that position has been closed. If it is open and they do give you a call back, then they will, I hope I'm not confusing y'all, but if you apply and they give you a call back, you'll have like a phone interview with them. They'll ask you, you know, like, what are you experienced in? You can ask them what kind of things do they do on their unit, what kind of charting they use, like shit like that. And then if they want to proceed with you, then y'all just get the ball rolling. You figure out when is a good time to start and things like that. When you apply, most applications will have the ideal start date on there, but depending on how soon they call you back, that may or may not be feasible. Because if they say that, oh yeah, we want a nurse to start by March 3rd, and they call you on the 1st, it's not that doable, especially if it's across the country. So, you know, they'll give you a ballpark and everything else will just be worked out as it falls. Okay? Does that make sense? Boom. Moving on. The pay. Oh, everybody wants to know about the pay. Everybody wants to know about the pay. Everybody wants to know about the money. Everybody wants to know about the good. Because that's really what it's all about. That's what it's always been about. I feel like the Grinch.
That's what it's all about, isn't it? That's what it's always been about.
So everybody wants to know, as a travel nurse, how much are you getting fucking paid? So I'm about to show y'all. I'm not going to show y'all how much I make, but I'm going to show y'all how to go on to these agencies that I just was telling y'all about, scroll through their website and see how much they're paying in your area or wherever you want to apply to. Okay? So let's do that real quick. I'm going to try to pull it up on my screen so that y'all can see what we doing. So let's go here. Okay. So we're going to type in, what do I want to search first? Okay, well, let's just go to Nomad. Okay, Nomad is not my favorite. I feel like it's very hard to get a contract on Nomad because Nomad don't really have the same recruiting process. It's actually quite annoying. With Nomad, it's like you apply for these jobs on your own independently versus having that middleman that is going to help you navigate that process. So I don't really fuck with Nomad because of that, but for these purposes, we're about to just go on Nomad, okay? So we're on Nomad. We are going to, I don't know, what specialty do y'all want to look at? Let's see. How do I search, bitch? How the fuck do I search? Let's say you want to do ICU. We're gonna go ICU. Oh, ICU, and we're going to say Excuse me. We're going to say ICU. And we're going to say, I don't know, New York. Let's just type in New York. Okay. Done. Did it do it? Okay. View 2 jobs. Damn, it's only 2 available. Okay, so for example, these are what we're seeing right now for ICU. This is low-key on the lower side, but nevertheless, you got 2,200 a week, you got 2,500 a week, you got 3,000 a week. You got oh, that's not even ICU, bitch. That's fucking endo. You got 2,700 a week. You got 26, 24, 24, blah, 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 blah. Let's look it up by the highest paying. Let's see if we can search by highest paying. Pay rate. Do they got any 4,000s? No, they don't. Okay, I don't really like the way Nomad is looking right now. So, let's go to another app. Let's go to Aya, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Let's go to their website. Okay, so we're going to type in our specialty. Nursing. We're going to say we're RNs. Let's just click anything random that we see. Blah, blah, blah. Let's go ER. Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, we can click multiple ones. Great. Let's just click a whole bunch of stuff. Let's just see what they got to give us, okay? We're going to do L&D. We're going to do this. Okay, let's just search it. Let's just see what pops up. Search jobs. I'm not going to put a location in because I don't fucking feel like it. So, it says, oh, wow. For travel contracts, we got 1,276 jobs available. Let's see what they looking like. Okay, so these prices are a little bit better. I don't know what Nomad was talking about. So we have $3,400 a week for an L&D nurse in Portland. We have $3,500 a week for a travel ICU in New Jersey. We have $3,400 for another L&D. Oh, L&D going stupid right now. They need a lot of stuff. L&D. So yeah, you're saying that it's about 3 something a week. All right, let's do one more. Let's go to ProLink Staffing. Okay, just because I'm trying to just show y'all how easy this shit is. Oh, that's not fucking ProLink. ProLink Staffing. The fuck? Dang, I was about to say ProLink not a thing no more. Okay, I don't know why it looks like that. You could even go as far as you want and just type in travel nursing jobs. Just try that. Travel nursing jobs. Look, the first one I click say 4,500. Ooh, bitch, the one down there say 7,200 a week. What the fuck? What What unit is that? What unit was that one? Did y'all see that? It should say 7,200 a week. I want to know what unit that is, so I can apply. But nevertheless, yeah, just it literally all you have to do is Google it. Okay, you can Google and see how much a travel nurse is making. Some things are going to be on the lower end. Like this is $2,757. That's relatively low in comparison to the one that we just saw that was $7,000 a week. So, yeah. Oh, California. Let's click California. I wonder what California's talking about. Fuck! Everybody wants me to make an account. Don't y'all know I'm hanging on by a thread? I can't make an account right now. Okay, we're over that. We're done looking at that. So, yeah. Boom. That's just an idea of how much you're going to get paid. Once you start really looking and really doing your research about your travel contract, you're going to know who's lowballing and who is actually giving you a good amount for, who's paying you your worth, okay? I personally, I don't want to really talk numbers too much because it really all varies on, you know, your specialty. But just know, if you just seen that you could get that much a week, don't settle for nobody who trying to pay you hella less than that. You know, do what you feel like you could do, if that makes sense. So moving on, Since we're on the topic of pay, let's talk about how the pay is kind of distributed. So they have like pay stipends, okay? So you are going to, the reason why travel nurses get paid so much is because 9 times out of 10 they're paying you for your relocation. They're paying you stipends, okay? So you usually, not usually, always for travel nursing, you're going to get a meal stipend every day, and you're going to get a housing stipend every day. So that's really where the bulk of your money is coming from, because realistically, they pay you a lot lower hourly because they're paying you so high in stipends. So, like, for example, say nurses in California are making $75 an hour. Say regular staff nursing is making $75 an hour. They're probably going to pay the travel nurse $30 an hour because your stipends are making up for that, if that makes sense. Your stipends is what is going to get you those $1,000 a week. It's definitely not going to be your fucking hourly pay. It's going to be your stipends. Your stipends is really like what gets you all of that money. And it's really great because, and I can't speak for everybody, I can just speak for me, but typically with travel contracts, I have never seen a travel contract pay hourly the same as they're paying their staff, their full-time staff. It never works like that. They are paying their staff more, and your hourly is less, but your stipends are way up here, okay? And the good thing about stipends is that it's untaxed money. So, for example, we just saw some contracts that was like $3,700 a week, right? Your stipends is probably gonna be like, I don't know, bitch. Your stipends, untaxed money, would probably be like, let's just say $2,900 untaxed money. And the remaining $800 would be your hourly, if that makes sense. Do it sound like I'm talking fucking gibberish? Huh? I hope not. So yeah, like if you get a check for $3,700 a week, majority of that, I would say probably 80% of that money is untaxed. And then probably 20%, or we'll say 70-30. We're going to say 70% of your weekly pay is untaxed, and then there's going to be a 30% of it that is taxed. They're only going to be able to tax your hourly pay, and it's not even going to be getting taxed that much because, like I said, they're paying you significantly less than what they will be paying you if you were actually staff. So your untaxed money, I'm going to say, yeah, your untaxed money, those stipends, that's guaranteed money every single week. Your hourly, that's going to fluctuate based on your hours, obviously. So I hope that makes sense. Your pay for travel nursing is broken down into your stipends, that's untaxed every week. That shit not going to fucking change. And then you have your hourly, and that will be taxed. Okay, so boom, I wanted to clarify real quick because I feel like what I said was a little confusing and I'd had to fact check myself. So basically, like, I'm looking at Nomad right now, right? And it says for this pay breakdown for $4,048 a week, it says that the travel stipends, you get meal and housing stipends, that's gonna come up to like $1,442 for this contract. And their hourly weekly earnings is $2,606. So they're probably getting paid more in hourly than they are in stipends. So I guess every contract is not the same. For me, every time I take a contract, my stipends are always higher than my hourly. But it looks like, you know, every different contract is different. And again, this is a different contract. This is for L&D. It's $3,848 a week. And it's broken down into taxed and untaxed. And so for the untaxed, okay, where it says the travel per diems, it says you're going to get $1,813 a week in your stipends because you get meal and housing stipends every week. And
That's untaxed money. And then their hourly is going to be the weekly earnings where it says $2,035 a week. So you're going to get both of those every week, but the weekly can be taxed and the travel housing cannot be taxed. So I just wanted to correct myself because I said that the housing and the meal stipends are going to be more than what your hourly is making, but for this particular agency it's a little bit different. So nevertheless, you're gonna get meal stipends, housing stipends, and your hourly pay. That's not gonna change. Now, how they decide to do your pay breakdown, that may change. I hope that makes sense. That probably don't make sense, but shit, I tried.
Got it? All right. What's the next thing on our agenda? Oh, so speaking while we're on pay, travel contracts do offer benefits. Now, I can't tell you how good those benefits are. I can't tell you how the coverage is like. For me personally, I feel like it fucking sucks. I feel like nurses get terrible benefits regardless. But that's another conversation for another fucking day. Because I personally feel like I shouldn't even have to pay for my health care. Because you have people who work in tech, who have business jobs, office jobs, that don't even have to pay for their benefits. But the people who are slaving for patients every day, busting their ass, hurting their body, growing old in this shit, getting stressed the fuck out, dealing with all this shit, they gotta pay for their health care. And it's not even that I mind paying for it. I mean, I do. But it's like, even the health care that they give us, my benefits are always terrible. Like, I always end up paying so much money out of pocket. I always end up, like, it's just really, we're really not presented with the best options for coverage, and it fucking sucks. So they do offer health insurance, and it's up to you on, you know, if you want to take it, if you don't want to take it. Some contracts will offer PTO, other contracts don't. So it's like, if they're not offering you PTO, it's like you're just not getting paid if you're not at work, because you don't have any hours you can like substitute that for. But you're also getting paid so much weekly, it's like you can afford to miss a couple shifts. Yeah, they also offer like 401ks and all that good shit that you would typically get if you were a full-time staff. Most contracts are going to offer that to you. Another question that I got is the duration of the contracts. Most contracts will start off at 13 weeks. And then you can extend it further if the hospital or whatever clinic offers you an extension. So like for me last year, my contract it started off as 13 weeks and it lasted like 10 months. So it depends on if their census still needs you. If they still need you and you're competent, 9 times out of 10 they're going to offer you an extension. If their census dies down, then you may not get offered that. But yeah, I'm usually always offered an extension. But if they offer me an extension, I don't think I'm going to take it because I'm ready to get the fuck ASAP. So yeah, what's the next question that we have? We're just rolling through the questions. I'm thirsty. Another question that I got is, do they pay for your transportation? No. They pay for your meals. They pay for your housing. Sometimes they'll pay for you to relocate, as in like buy you a flight, but they're not going to pay for your car, at least not for any of the agencies I've ever been with. So like for me, I got my car shipped here. I paid that out of my own money. They did not cover that. And yeah, that's just that on that. I'm trying to think. We talked about pay, stipends, tax versus non-tax benefits, PTO, duration, transportation. I think that's it. Is there anything else y'all want to know? Tell me now, or forever hold your pants. Alright, bitch. I think that's fucking it, bitch. I'm tired. I don't know. If y'all have more questions, let me know. I am more than happy to answer it. I am a open book, so if you want to be a travel nurse, maybe be a travel nurse. I will say that I feel like the need for us is kind of dying. It's not as popping as it was, especially during COVID, bitch. COVID had a bitch stacked, okay? And I feel like the need for us was just like always there. And I kind of feel like the need now might be dying down a little bit. Or maybe it's just my specialty. I don't know what other specialties might be like. But for me, I feel like the need for me is dying down for where I want to be, because I'm very picky about where I choose my assignments, because I don't want to be in a state where I don't know anybody and I'm just asked out and I'm just like fucking scared. You know, I don't want to live that life. So for me, like, I be seeing a whole bunch of contracts for my specialties, but they be in random states like Massachusetts. What the fuck is in Massachusetts? Is that it? Can I go to bed now? I'm just scrolling through my DMs right now to make sure I answer all your questions, all y'all's questions. Oh, that's another topic. So when it's like a crisis or a rapid response contract, they typically don't need you for 13 weeks. Or if it's like a strike, it may not be 13 weeks. They may put it down for like 4 or 6 or something like that. Like, they just probably need you to be there short term so they can get their shit together. And it's not going to be as long as like the other type of contracts. Oh, let's talk about incentives. They do incentive, bitch, I can't even say the fucking word right now. They give you incentives for hours worked. So I think for every 600 hours I work, I think I get $1,000 or something like that. And then for every time I recruit somebody, I think I get $1,000 too. So if y'all want to know who my recruiter is, let me know so I can share that information with you and we both could get some money, because I think I get something and you would get something. I don't know. I know I definitely get something, but I gotta see if you get something. If you bitch, okay, go to bed. Good night. That's gonna be it for me. We about to shut this shit all the way the fuck down. I'm fucking tired. I'm about to go wash my face, wash my ass, put my scarf on and get in bed. I feel like I'm about to have a pimple right there tomorrow. Can y'all see it? I hope not. Don't embarrass me if you can. Damn, I'm in love with my fucking brows. That lady did. Ooh. People be asking me like, what do I get on my brows? Bitch, thread. I literally just get them threaded. And she ate down on my fucking brows. And I might fill them in a little bit, but I don't get like microblading or like tattoo or like no semi-permanent shit like that. It's just threading, baby. I have dark features, like I have dark hair, so threading for me looks like how it would look if somebody got their shit microbladed. Yeah, nothing there, babe. Nothing there. Why am I still talking to y'all? I need to go to bed. Bye. Have a good night. Have a good day. Have a good night. Whatever time you're watching this, have a good something, bitch. Peace, love, and blessings. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye. Cause damn, I just got fucking ugly when the light turned off. Alright, bye.